If you came for some sugar coating, this is not the page. Hey y'all, it's your girl Fatima Maya, and I'm back with another video. So in this video, as you can tell by the title, it is a chit-chat video. So we will be discussing living at home with your parents in your 20s and also wearing bonnets in public. So this is a topic that has been going around pretty recently, so I wanted to, hop on here and give my little 2 cents, and also open the discussion. Sorry, it's my cat playing with his toy. And also open the discussion to my subscribers, comment down in the comment section and let me know what you think about these topics. So, as you can see, I am sipping on my wine. Get whatever you like to drink, to relax. Some wine, some tea, whatever you like. So the wine that I am sipping on is this Chateau Michelle Riesling. And Riesling is like my favorite wine. Yeah, so just get comfortable, grab whatever you need, and let's chat. So just wanted to give you guys a few facts about me, your girl Fatima Maya. If you don't know, I am 22 years old. My full name is actually Fatima Bassett, but my middle name is Maya, so that's what I chose for my YouTube channel. I live at home with my parents. I'm currently attending college. I'm in my 2nd year. I'm a little late in my college experience because before college, I actually went to cosmetology school. So if you see any older videos about me like doing hair or anything like that, that's why. It takes time to figure out what you really want to do with your life. You're not going to know what you want to do at 18. I mean, if you do, great for you. But for me, it wasn't like that. I really thought that I wanted to do hair and makeup, but I really just started to realize after actually doing that for a career for a little bit, I really started to realize that that wasn't my calling, Honestly, I feel like I'm really blessed to be able to still live at home during this whole process, because being out there on my own and having to pay bills, rent, and utilities and all that, and having to still figure out what I want to do with my life, I feel like that would have been a mess, Another couple of facts about me are I come from a big family. I have 6 brothers and 1 sister. And then I also am a vegetarian. I've been a vegetarian ever since January of this year. Growing up, my parents actually raised me as a vegetarian, so that was the main reason why I kind of went back to being a vegetarian, because it's just what I was used to. So yeah, those are just a few facts about me. My birthday is March 23rd. I'm an Aries. For you zodiac fanatics out there, I'm one of them. But yeah, so if you guys have any other questions, like frequently asked questions, just comment them down below and I can definitely let you guys know. So let's get into this chit chat, shall we? So 22 years old, living at home with my parents and not planning on moving out anytime soon. I think this was honestly one of the best decisions I've ever made. And it's kind of early to say that, but I really don't think I would say that this was a mistake, because for one, I'm saving money while I'm here, so when that time comes, I know I'll be prepared and ready to live on my own completely, and not completely, but me and Theo and my cat. If you guys don't know, I have a cat. I have a cat vlog of when I first got him, so definitely check that out on my... Come here. Come here. Okay, he doesn't want to come to me right now, but I know I'll be prepared to handle all of my responsibilities and bills and all that. And even when I do move out, you guys, I really don't even plan on renting an apartment. I really want to buy a building so that I'm not just worried about rent and paying it and all that. I'll have income coming in from renting out units, so that's really my plan and what I want to do. And I feel like living at home really gives me the freedom to really figure out what I want to do and really figure out how I can make the best life for myself, for my future. So I really, I'm really, really grateful that I can stay at home and take this time to really figure that out and take this time to work towards that, because if I wasn't at home and renting at someplace apartment, if I just rushed to move out, I would not have that type of freedom. And you know, the great thing is my parents are really on board with it. If you would have asked me last year when I want to move out, it would have been like next year. I would have been saying like in a few months, like as soon as possible, because last year, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty much a lot different. I had some bad habits that weren't really in agreement with my parents and all that. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be honest. I used to be a stoner. And I was a stoner ever since like my junior year in high school. Honestly, that is the big reason why I wanted to move out as quickly as possible, and also why my parents wanted me to move out as quickly as possible, because they are not for it. They're heavy Christians and it just wasn't acceptable, you know? So I was like ready to leave as soon as I got the chance, but 2020 really like was just an eye-opening experience for me in so many ways. So I was really grateful to break free of that habit, and now I do not smoke at all. You know, I might smoke hookah, but I haven't even done that. So my advice would be like, really ask yourself why you want to move out. Like for other people who are like at my age, in my age group, or maybe even younger, really ask yourself why you want to move out, and really ask yourself, is it necessary? Because honestly, if you don't have to move out, I would say don't do it, you know, because you can just save money and really figure out what you want to do in life. Like between the ages of 18 and probably 24, I'd say like, you know, just stay at home and figure it out, because if you rush and get out there in the world, all you're going to be thinking about is paying bills and doing what you need to do to pay bills. And that's not what life is about. Life is not just about paying bills. And I did not want to get stuck in that type of mental state where I'm just focused on paying bills, you know, and making money to pay bills. So I really want to figure out what it is I want to do with my life and what my calling is. So that's why I really just decided to stay home and really just work through all of this. And I feel like at the age of 18 to 24, it's like a really growing experience. I feel like people go through a lot of growth during that time. And if you're like out in the world paying your own rent, paying bills and all that, I feel like it's really easy to get caught up in stress and just things that you have to do that you really don't have to be doing at that moment. Like if your parents are okay with you staying at home, then by all means stay at home, you know, and don't let like just bad habits and things be the reason that you want to move out. I mean, now that I don't have any outstanding bad habits that my parents don't want to put up with, it's like a little more easy for me to say that. I would say the best thing to do is just to like try to keep the peace at home, you know, just try to keep them as happy as you can, you know. It wasn't just about my bad habit that I was doing, but it was also like I felt like I would have more privacy and more, you know, just people not eating my food that I prepared for lunch or something, you know. Like it would just be little things like that. So say, you know, you make some food for yourself for lunch, also make enough for everyone, you know. That's like one of the things, because I mean, you are living at home past 18, you're an adult. So rightfully, you know, they don't have to keep you here. I feel like really just showing my appreciation for them, allowing me to stay here, is really what helps me keep the peace in the house. I clean up after myself, you know, I just try not to be a burden. That's really always what I think, which they've had 7 kids, so I'm sure I'm not a freaking burden. But I still just, you know, do your part, you know. Don't ever think that you're entitled to stay at someone's house, even if it's your parents. I just still don't think you should feel like you're entitled to be there. Well, YouTube is a little bit difficult. It is. It's not how I'd imagine it to be for my YouTube channel. So I've been actually brainstorming some ideas of how I want to like redo my room and just really try to make it like a kind of a filming room and a bedroom at the same time. So it's gonna be a little challenging, but I'm gonna try to do it because I do want my setup for YouTube to be a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. And so you guys will probably be seeing a little background change coming up in the future. So I've talked about all the positives of living at home. So now let's talk about some of the negatives, okay? So one, the obvious, you know, you don't have your own place. I don't know about you guys, but my parents are in their 60s. They're like 63 right now. They're turning 64 this year. So they're not about like having people over. So even if I had a boyfriend over or something like that, not saying I have one. I am single. I am single, by the way. That's another fun fact that you guys should know about me. If I were to have a boyfriend over or a guy friend or anything like that, honey, that's a million questions. And they just want to sit there and have a whole conversation. And I am just not like that, you know. I don't want them to talk to my guests a lot, you know, because for one, I feel like it makes them uncomfortable and my guests nervous. It gets a really weird vibe. It gives a really weird vibe. I'm sure if you guys have been in this situation, then you know. And also, they don't allow people in my room. They don't allow people. No one can come up the stairs except my like close friends, but no one can come up the stairs usually. To have to deal with their a million questions is just like, no. Like anyone who walks through the door, they want to know who they are, where they're from, what car they drive, who their parents are, where do they live, what do they do with themselves, what do they do with their lives, what do you want to do with your life, are you happy with your life? It's just a lot. So I don't have guests over. Yeah, if your parents are more chill and like cool and laid back, then great for you, but mine are like, no. So I really like, any of my dates or hangout sessions usually happen outside of home. We go and do something, you know, and it's not just chilling. Another con of living at home, I would probably say, is asking me a bunch of questions. Oh my gosh, you guys. Whenever I walk out the door, it's like, where are you going? Who's there? With who? And I mean, it's nice, you know. It's great to know someone cares about you and they're worried about your whereabouts. And if you see my story time of me almost getting abducted, then you probably can understand why that part doesn't really bother me that much. Like, I really don't mind someone asking like where I'm going, who I'm with. Whenever I'm going on a date or out with a guy, I always tell my mom, like, this is who he is, this is a picture. So I really don't mind that, but it is like something you think about, like when you move out. Oh my gosh, there's not gonna be anyone there, like knowing when I'm leaving. There's not gonna be anyone out, like sitting by the door watching me leave and waiting for me to come back in the house, you know, to see what time I got home. There's not gonna be any of that. So it is something that is like really longed after. Like, I really long for that type of feeling. Right. Then again, you know, I can wait. Like, I can wait until, you know, the bank account is good, you know, till the bank account is good so I can make some moves. You know, I'm okay, completely okay with waiting. You know, at home you have like endless food, your parents buy groceries. I was able to buy a new car while I'm at home and able to just like work on paying my car off before actually moving out. But yeah, if you guys have experienced anything that I'm experiencing, please leave a comment down below. Let's make this like a whole community, you know, where we can just chat about our experiences, what we're going through, and similar stories. Like, definitely let me know. I'd love to hear you guys' side of the story. Yeah, so that's basically all I had to say about living at home in your 20s. So let's talk about this bonnet in public debate that's been going around all over social media. Really, the actress Monique started the conversation like so abruptly. I feel like it kind of was like creakling around, but no one was really like talking about it. I feel like everyone's kind of scared to bring it up, but Monique was like, yo, it needs to be said and I'ma say it. That's what I felt like she was like. But you guys, I saw her video. I'm not gonna try to speak for her and like paraphrase what she said to the T, but Check out her Instagram post if you haven't seen it. But a lot of people were giving her flack about saying that women should not be wearing bonnets out in public. And I'll talk more about Monique's delivery and her video and why everyone took it the wrong way, and if people should have took it the wrong way. But first, I want to give my opinion on the topic. So I personally would never wear a bonnet in public. And I mean, never say never, but most likely you will not catch me in a bonnet in public. Just because I really like to always put my best foot forward, and I always want to look presentable. Like, that's just how I was raised, to always look presentable when you step outside your house. Women are gonna do whatever they want to do, so it's really up to you. It really just depends on you and your character. I think if you, and y'all, hey, I'm an Aries. You guys are gonna learn. I say it how it is. I say exactly what I feel. I don't sugarcoat anything. If you came for some sugarcoating, this is not the page. Okay? This is not the page. I am blunt as I can get, really. And I was actually having a conversation with a woman, and one of her responses to this debate about Black women being able to wear their bonnet in public, she said that Black women should just be able to do what they want. Like, people always have to say something about it, and like, people always have to say something about what they're doing, and why can't Black women just be who they are and just be free and la da da da. And I am here for it. I am here for that aspect and that understanding. But when it's coming from a fellow Black woman, a successful Black woman, we're not talking about white people saying don't walk out the house with their bonnet on. I could care less what a white person thinks about my hair. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a fellow Black woman, then I feel like you should maybe consider it sometimes. Sometimes it's worth the consideration, especially coming from a successful Black woman. And the reasons that Monique gave in her video, which I completely stand by, is saying that you should care about how you are represented in the world and how you appear to other people. I mean, you should care about that. You should care about how you're represented, how you represent yourself. And you walking out the house with the bonnet on, it's a bonnet, it's something you sleep in. Like, that's saying that, and everyone knows this. It's not like other people don't know this. Other Black people know this, white people know this, Hispanic people, everyone knows that a bonnet is something you sleep in. If you walked out with a turban or some type of head wrap, you know, that's completely fine. That is so much better than a bonnet. It's really just saying that you didn't care enough about yourself to care about how you're presented in the world. And you know, in the world, when you're outside of your house, you can meet anybody. You can meet your future husband. You can meet a little girl who's inspired by you, who looks up to you. You could meet someone who may want to be your mentor. You can meet a famous person. But because you have a bonnet on your head at that time, they're gonna think you don't care about yourself and that you don't care about how you're represented, about how you present yourself. And that's just the fact of the matter. Really, the purpose of the bonnet, you know, it's not even just about not representing yourself, but it's also about taking care of yourself. The bonnet is meant for not causing breakage on your hair while you're sleeping, on cotton pillows and all of that, and all these textures that can like cause our hair to rip out and things like that. So that's truly the purpose of the bonnet. It's not for something to wear when you're having a bad hair day. That's not the purpose of a bonnet. Your hair and your scalp needs to get sunlight and oxygen and air. And if you have a bonnet on the whole entire day and the whole entire night, it's not good for your hair. So I really believe that it's just not even healthy to wear a bonnet that often and to wear it throughout the day. So that's just another reason why I strongly believe Black women should not be wearing bonnets outside, because your hair just needs that oxygen. It needs that time to breathe. And many people don't pay attention to that, you know, and everyone is entitled to their own opinion. That's how I look at it. If you want to wear your bonnet outside, by all means, wear your bonnet outside. I mean, everyone can literally do whatever they want. But it's really up to you to think, I care about how I'm representing myself in the world. I care about how I look to someone important. I care about how I look to someone who could look up to me and think that I'm important. I care. I think that it's really deeper than this. I think wearing bonnets out is a lot deeper than what we think. And I think that's why it's such a touchy subject to a lot of people. Just because, I mean, you know, I never understood why people don't take the time to do their hair and just to look in the mirror and just care about themselves and just make sure they're up to par and just looking good. Because I honestly feel like when you look good, you feel good. Like, that's another response that was being thrown around. People are confident in their bonnet and that's why they walk outside in it. And it's just like, I would rather be confident with my crown on my head. I would rather be confident with some, you know, having my hair done. No, it's not mine, but it's still on my head and I did it. I made it look nice. I made it look presentable. So I took the time out to do something to my head. I mean, even if it's just a wig, you know, it's whatever. It's something. It's not a piece of cloth thrown on your head. Like, it just seems a little lazy. I'm sorry, but it just seems lazy. It really just says a lot about your character and who you are. And I think no matter who you are or how confident you are, people will always think that says something about your character. Like, if I had a friend who chose to wear their bonnet in public, I wouldn't like judge her for it or anything. You know, that's her prerogative. That's up to her. You know, that's her decision that she has made. And I'm not going to, you know, shun anyone for it or judge anyone or anything like that or talk bad about them. Like, it's really up to you. But I just would never do it. So as far as Monique's approach, I really feel like she didn't really say anything wrong in the video. I really don't disagree with anything that she said. I really don't think it was said in a disrespectful tone or anything like that. It's Monique, you know, she says it how it is, and that's something I always appreciate someone for, because I'm the same way. I tell it like it is. But the one thing I will say about her delivery is that she was in her robe and like not really looking very presentable, because she was also talking about wearing your pajamas in the airport, which I totally disagree with as well. You should not wear your pajamas at the airport or out in public at all. Like, how hard is it to throw on some sweatpants? But yeah, Monique was talking in this video in her robe and seemed like in her pajamas, which really I don't care for. I figured she was at home or hotel, wherever, and just in her robe, you know? So I really don't think like that was a big issue that people should have dwelled on. I think that was just a distraction people wanted to put out to try to distract people from the real message that she was saying, which I think is much more important than what she was wearing in the video. But yeah, that's kind of what I think about the whole bonnet in public situation and Monique and what she had to say. She did not deserve backlash for that. She was really just saying her honest thoughts and opinions. And if you feel that hurt by what she was saying and you're like someone who wears your bonnet in public, then I think that's obvious that you know that there's something off about doing that. So yeah, you guys, that concludes my whole conversational chit chat that I have going on here. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below and I'll be sure to reply to them. I love chatting with you guys and just hearing your thoughts and your opinions on everything. So I'd love to start that and get that going. And like, this is a real community, you know. I am just about at 200 subscribers now, so I will be doing a 300 subscribers giveaway. So if you do like it, give it a thumbs up and also share this video with your friends and your family. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date and hit that bell notification if you want to be notified on my next video upload. I do upload videos every Friday, so I will be sure to be back next week with a new video. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day or night, whatever time you're watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!